Blog Talk
Hey,
Radio.
always miss that. Hey, this is Greg, founder of www.wrestling-divas.webs.com, dedicated to highlighting the most beautiful and deadly entertainers in the professional wrestling industry. I am very, very, very excited today because joining me is a very, very, very special, multi-talented guest. She is an actress and professional wrestler, but besides being an actress in the field of film, she has also been a stunt double and coordinator, special effects coordinator, director, writer, costume designer, editor, makeup artist, and many more. So I would like to welcome my special guest, Roni Jonah. Roni, thanks so much for joining me today. How are you?
I am excellent, as always. How are you?
I'm doing great now that you're joining me. So,
cool. Well.
You have a film project coming up known as the Zombie Film. It's been a big project of yours. You've been promoting it for a while. You've been raising money. You've been filming. You've been directing. You've been all over the place with this project. I hear it's huge. What is the Zombie Film all about?
Well, I'm glad you asked. It's a film where I don't even know if I should say. It's too exciting. It's Galaxy Quest with zombies. And it's a comedy, and it's got everything. It's got love, it's got action, it's got death, it's got funny stuff, and all around shenanigans.
So how did the inspiration for the zombie movie come up? Because you've done a lot of horror films before, so what's the new spin on this film? What differentiates this film from all the rest?
Well, let's see. I've done a lot of stuff, not just horror. I've done other kind of genres. But I wouldn't say it necessarily. Well, it's mine, that's for one. And I'm kind of twisted, so it's definitely got your not so linear, not always sensical, but always entertaining plot and story.
So I hear you're about halfway done filming. Where is this filmed?
I said Galaxy Quest. Continue.
So where is this being filmed? Where are there multiple locations? Are there one? Are there 2, 3, 4, 5?
It's pretty central around Louisville, Lexington, E-Town, pretty much that whole circle area.
Oh, so I see
like
all around.
In the middle of nowhere, in the city, on a boat, in space.
So tell me about the casting, because I hear you have some pretty big B-movie stars in this film. So who's the lead? Who's involved with this film?
Oh, my goodness. Wow, who lied to you? I'm totally kidding. Well, me, of course, and Jason Crow, and Claude Miles, and Chris Lanham, and Jesse Rasmussen, and Jason Effin Saint, Nick Dinsmore from the WWE. Let's see, I'm not drawing a blank. I'm just sitting in a really stuffy room. Julie Treble, and Leslie Gladney, and help me out here. Who's all in my movie, for the love of God? Ben Rice, thank you. Ben Woods, and God, the list goes on. Reaper M. Jones, Kayla Perkins. Good God, I can't even name them all. You're probably in it, I'm sure, at some point. At least in spirit.
Well, it certainly sounds like a really big cast, and I know that you've been raising a lot of money via Indiegogo.com, and I guess my next question for you is, what do you like the most about this film? When people will see this film, whenever it's finished being made, is there any one particular scene or moment or kind of continuing gag that everyone is looking forward to revealing to the public, or that you're personally looking forward to?
Well, yes, I'm most definitely not going to tell you now until you see it. I'm going to want people to come watch it. Actually, the whole thing is comprised of nonstop individual moments that hopefully will speak to different people. And it's kind of it's less of a movie and more of an adventure ride that you get to go on. So you'll have to come and experience for yourself.
Well, that certainly seems like a big, fun project, and I know you always want to have fun with your films. So
it's fun. I mean, that's the point. Like, I don't take myself too serious. I just want to have fun. I want to make great art, and I want people to be entertained by it. It's pretty much it. I want people to have fun doing it. I want people to have fun watching it, because I have fun making it and talking about it.
So you've been an actress for a while, since you were young, but you recently found out your passion for acting recently, within the past year or two, and that coincidentally happened actually in turn because of your wrestling career, and a lot of fans know you as the rock star Roni Jonah, and you spent a lot of time in Ohio Valley Wrestling, which was a training developmental center for the WWE for many, many years. And you got started, actually, I read in another interview, through a friend in college who kind of encouraged you to get involved. So what's the story behind that? Was there any particular conversation that you had with him or her that kind of swayed your decision to get involved with that industry?
Wow, that's a great question, and I didn't even know that information was available to anyone to have found. My best friend in college was this gentleman named Chris, and he got me watching wrestling, and I'd never seen it ever before, and he got me watching it, and I was going to college for English and theater, but I didn't know if I wanted to do either of those things with my life. And I was into sports, and I was into drama, and Chris actually said to me, well, you do acting and sports, why don't you wrestle? And then I thought, well, it looks fun. It doesn't look easy, that's for sure, but I don't really like easy, and it's not, but it looks fun. So I just headed out to Louisville, and because that's where, the word was that the training camp was in OVW, so I just got in the car, left all my stuff, moved to Louisville, tore out my ACL, healed from that, and then got lucky enough to be on the TV show. And I learned how to wrestle. You went in not as a kind of a fan later in your life, and you, like you said, you didn't grow up watching wrestling, so was the whole experience of becoming a professional wrestler as difficult as you originally thought it was going to be, or was it easier? Did you not expect some things that happened to happen? What was your kind of training process like? Well, it was different than I expected. I kind of expected that, if you went down there, you put in the work, you practiced really hard, and you worked really hard at it, and you'd eventually get there. And I can't say that that's the kind of thing that is certain. I mean, nothing in life is certain, but I feel there's only one way to go, and you may or may not get there on your own terms. And I love the wrestling part. I loved wrestling. Wrestling was so fun. Training was fun. Doing it was fun. Traveling was fun. But I guess since I didn't grow up with the passion to be a wrestler, there was that lacked. When I didn't want to, not do it on my own terms, I didn't want to do it at all. I still do it for fun because that's what it is for me. It's just a good time and great friends that I've met. But the wrestling part was a blast. I mean, it's definitely hard. I'm not going to say it's harder or easier than I expected. I expected the work, and that's what it is. It's work.
You've stated in multiple interviews that, like you said, although for you wrestling is a fun experience and you've gotten a lot of great connections, and you've connected with your fans very well, and it's just a rush to put on these shows that you don't really want to make a career out of wrestling, that you just want to do it part-time and do it on kind of your own terms and just get in the ring when you most feel the urge to. So, and that's a really particular career path because not everyone chooses to do that. A lot of people want to make it to the quote-unquote big time. So what was your kind of reasoning behind not wanting to make a career out of it? Does it have anything to do with the kind of backstage atmosphere that a lot of these companies can have? Because OVW, like I said, was a training center for the WWE for a long time, so I'm sure you must have witnessed a lot of backstage animosity and kind of everyone looking out for themselves.
Yeah, I mean, not like any other industry in the world is not like that, but because it is, and some people are cut out to deal with that. I'm much more laid back. I can't think of anybody that I had a problem with, but, you know, the whole atmosphere does kind of stress you out, and I, like I said, didn't have the passion for it enough to deal with that. Some people can, and some people can, but it's not like it's not here in filmmaking, but if I don't want to deal with it, I just won't get on Facebook. I won't see what people are saying, and I'll just do my thing. And I don't have to, you know, and if somebody doesn't like me or want to work with me, well, somebody else will. So that's, in wrestling's not the same. If somebody doesn't like you and it's the right person, then too bad for you. I don't know.
Well,
I didn't have the passion. That's pretty much it. So,
if a fan came up to you because you're really well known for wrestling, that's how you know, a lot of your fans who became a fan of your acting career, you know, were originally wrestling fans, and there's a story behind that for a little later. But if a fan contacted you and said, I want to make it to big time, I want to make it to WWE, is there any particular advice that you would give them? Because it's very hard to live the lifestyle of a professional wrestler and want to make it to the top because it's a very cutthroat business. So what would you say to that fan?
Well, I can't say that I know what it feels like to have gotten to the WWE because I don't know how to get there. Otherwise, if I wanted to, I would have. But I would say that if something is your end goal and you want it, then you have to be prepared to do what it takes to get it, no matter what that is. And if it's like selling your name or whatever it is, like in any industry, if you want the end result, you have to put in the work. That's all there is, no matter what it is.
So you fell in love with acting through an online casting call, and I remember you talking to me about this, and you came, I believe, in fourth place out of a lot of potential actresses and applicants. And it was an online casting call for a horror film, I believe. So how did you get involved with that? Because that kind of sparked your interest to be an actress.
Yeah, well, I was at Monster Mania, and I was a big fan of really bad horror movies, or just independent film in general. I was a big fan of watching it, and this girl tried to make me audition, and I wasn't, you know, at the time I still thought I would continue to wrestle, but she ended up dragging me up to this room to audition, and I did it just for the hell of it. And then when she sent me the video and said, hey, this belongs to a competition where if your video wins, you get to get flown out to L.A. So I thought, well, man, this video is crap, but you know what? I think I have the support system to vote on it, and I did on the first round to get me out to L.A. Like, I came in first for the girls, and that's where I met Jason Crow, who came in first or second for the guys. But we actually met out in L.A. We never met in Louisville previous to that, even though we're both, you know, I'm not from here, but we both lived here for a long time. And flew out to L.A., and then when I actually did the audition, I bombed it because I was used to playing this one role for years and years and years, which is the, bitchy, girl that runs away. I was always the obnoxious heel character.